Hey folks, how you doing? Papa Joe here. The other night, someone sent me a message. Wanted me, let me tilt that down just a little bit. They wanted me to watch some videos. They was about the Chinese cameras. So they told me a couple things to look up. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of times when people tell me that, I don't look it up. But for some reason I did that one. And actually there was quite a few hits. I watched part of a couple of them. Enough to catch a gist of what's going on. The lady reporter on the one, she jaywalked. And before she could get all the way across the street, she'd already been ticketed. Not only do they ticket you, they put your picture up here on this little TV monitor to shame you. All off of facial recognition. Went into the bathroom. Had to stand in front of another camera and it gave her yay much. A dozen squares type deal of toilet paper. Go into stores, you pay the same way, restaurants. So she wanted to see some of the people that's behind all of this, which he couldn't speak English. But it's becoming real big. They plan on having a couple million, literally a couple million more cameras in within the next year, put up around the cities and stuff. And that's what the world's coming to. Right here in our own country, they're wanting you to do the chips. You know, doing the eye scanning. That kind of stuff. Now, I've been called a lot of stuff, but not a conspiracy theorist, which I'm really not. I don't trust our government. And I think he was wanting me to do this as a live stream so we could have a conversation about it. I don't want to necessarily do that. I'd rather give you my opinion of it. And if you want to have a conversation, we'll do it through the comments. Years ago, 12 years or so back, maybe more, 15, we was still living in Georgia. And they started with a bunch of the cameras around Atlanta. We didn't get them in our little town. And on the highways, they were doing the Amber Alerts and sending it out on phones and Silver Alerts and all this stuff. Him and I both, a friend of mine, him and I both, very questionable about them doing this stuff. My whole thing is, when they put out that Amber Alert, and all they do is tell you a vehicle and a license plate number, and now they got everybody looking for you. How do you know they're really looking for who they say they're looking for? Silver Alert, same thing. How do you know that if the government isn't wanting to find you, that they don't put out one of them alerts? They have these traffic cameras everywhere watching the interstates and all this. And right now you can go online and you can see the traffic and whatnot. What it brings to mind, I was a prison guard at one time, whether y'all know that or not. And I worked at 2 different prisons during my stint. Both of them prisons got voted into them towns because they was going to be minimum security. No real bad guys, minimum security. So the local folks voted them in because they needed the jobs. Prisons got built. For the first year, they were minimum security. And basically, without exacts, basically within the second year, they was going up with a second row of fencing. And they became maximum security. You can't tell me that that wasn't planned well in advance. So it started out as a good thing, and the government, being the government, took advantage. They had plans. They had an agenda. They had goals. Well, these highway cameras that you can watch to check your traffic, these amber alerts and silver alerts and whatever alerts, they all can start out with a good cause. But should our government go the other way, what can they be used for? You think that's far-fetched? Do you really think I'm out there in left field? You think I'm a conspiracy theorist? What's the Democrats want to do to our country right now? What is the government teaching our youth? What is our schools teaching our youth? How far off am I? Now, it might not happen in my lifetime. I figure I'm doing good to have 20 years left in me. So I might not see it. I might, but I might not. Big Brother keeps getting bigger. Big Brother keeps taking more control. Big Brother keeps doing stuff we don't know about. If our government, the alphabet soup bunch, FBI and whatnot, if they will bug, get illegal court approval to wiretap, whatever else you want to call it, to a president-elect or a president candidate, what are they going to do to you and I? We're talking about a rich guy, a very rich guy, that had all kinds of security around him. And I'm sure all of his stuff was pretty well locked down. And they went into his mega building. Stop and think about it. What could they do to the little guy like me and you? Once again, I'll tell you, on my motorcycle jacket, one of my favorite patches says, "I love my country, I fear my government." I still stand by that today. I don't trust them. I don't trust them no farther than I'd push his truck. So, young man, you wanted to know my thoughts about it? I think it's coming to a city near you. How soon? I don't know. But with the world technology and some of the people we have that want to run our country and some of the plans that they have for our country, I think you younger generations have got a problem on your hand. And the crying shame is the majority of you won't even get off your ass and go vote. That's the crying shame. Because the only way you're going to block nonsense like this is to get out and vote them idiots, the ones that's doing this fake impeachment nonsense. There ain't nothing to impeach that president for. Nothing. They ain't got nothing. They're trying to bully it through. Have any of y'all listened to it? Shifty and Nunes or Nuns or whatever his name is. I can't think of his name. I don't like either one of them. They're both up there trying to bully the Senate. They're trying to use high school playground bully techniques to push this impeachment through the Senate. We're going to talk a bunch of smack and try to embarrass you, talk down to you, and get you to do it our way. Only one way to get rid of people like that. Well, no, there's two, but one of them would get you put in jail. The other way is to vote them out. So that's what I think about that. I think we've got a problem on our hands, and I think it's over there. It's only a matter of time till it makes it over here. What you gonna do about it? With that, remember, God loves you. So do I. Our government, I'd keep a wide open eye on them. I don't think they're really out to help you. Bye.